Recently, Dreamcon just happened, a convention put on by RDC World who, to be honest, has made being a black nerd really cool. From anime skits to basketball skits and everything in between, they have attracted people of all kinds to enjoy what they do and embrace their nerdiness in all fashions and not be ashamed of it. But what happens when you have someone in a popular convention that seems not to embrace everything that's there? Well, this happened with a Twitch streamer who was streaming at Dreamcon. Shout out to Tony Weaver for this clip, because I was trying to find the name of this person or just the original clip, but he reacted to, I can't find it, so I'll react to him.
Messed up as. Alright, word. Looks good though. I'll with it. Is that like an anime that y'all know? I don't know what the that is.
So, let me make sure I understand the story correctly. Due to feeling left out of the anime community, a group of black nerds created a convention for black anime fans to be themselves freely. So obviously, people would know to be kind and respectful if they chose to go.
I want to genuinely know who's like buying this shit though.
Oh no. If you're a bully, you're not ready to join the anime community. Teasing a dude for wearing cosplay just means you're too embarrassed to wear what you want to every day. When you learn to love yourself, the positive energy shows up everywhere you go. And you don't have to ask things like,
bro, where the bad at, bro?
Being yourself is always better than being a bully. And if your insecurities lead you to make fun of people in your own community, don't go to Dreamcon. Go to therapy!
It's actually kind of crazy he's wearing that maid outfit. They cooking him in the comments. In the age of social media, there can be people that will do or say things for the sake of clicks, clout, or whatever. Usually when you have someone that says comments like this or makes fun of someone for a certain type of cosplay or their art or whatever that they're displaying, usually they're saying those comments to their audience that would usually agree with them or find no fault in what they're saying. In the age of social media, it's almost impossible to do what he did without the consequences that follow, especially being in the anime nerd community today. Comments, people were eating him up alive, and the main reason for this is because in some way, shape, or form, this person represented someone else that bullied them for liking anime or being a black nerd. So I understand why that's triggering. I don't know who the streamer is or creator is. Maybe he might be someone who just hopped on the anime scene, but to stream an interaction with a cosplayer who is cosplaying a character that you don't know about, and I get it, I'm not too familiar with Sailor Moon either, but people at these conventions should have enough decency to ask questions. Ask why this person is dressed as that character. What do they like about that character? I don't know, try to be friendly and just talk to them and be a regular person. Things like that, right? So this creator later apologized, and I don't know if it was genuine or not, but one thing for sure is that the anime community, and even further, the black anime community, has come too far to allow something like this to slide. If the intentions of you going to a con to not enjoy it, make connections, whatever, you maybe shouldn't go to the con. This reminds me of a proverb in the Bible in Proverbs 18 that says, "A fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating. A fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul." The reality of this life is that you can say what you want, but you aren't exempt for the consequences that follow. This doesn't mean that you'll get beat up or anything, but it could mean, like this creator, that you catch heat for the words that you are saying, and you possibly lose what you built because you decided a certain course of action from what you say. If you're at a con and you're belittling people or bullying them, shoot, if you're anywhere, like Tony said, you're in a way projecting your insecurities onto the other people or things. The way we're seeing ourselves in a way that elevates us as being better than someone, the cool person, the guy that has it all figured out, when in reality everyone is just as broken and flawed. The difference with some of us is that we have cameras and platforms that can expose that brokenness real quick. When you're at a convention, people are cosplaying, and they're cosplaying as characters that they like and admire, and if the intention to go there and knowing most likely that you're going to see a person cosplaying as someone you don't know, and you decide to make fun of them, it's kind of an L. You're not cool for trying to be the person that makes fun of others for their cosplay or what they like or art, nor are you as cool as you think you are when you ask where the bad John's at, because any chance that those girls that you could have had, they now don't like you because of 15 seconds. I don't know, maybe that's a guess. Dreamcon and other cons like BlurredCon were created for black nerds by black nerds to enjoy a space where they can authentically be themselves. And in a world where it can feel like being black is hard and being nerdy is hard, mixing us together, it just makes it hard sometimes. People want to be around others or in spaces that they can enjoy fandom without stuff like this. So if that person ever comes across this video, man, I know you're probably going through it right now. You're probably feeling it. And contrary to the other comments, like kicking you out of the community and whatnot, or not welcoming you somewhere, I don't think the response to something like this is also bullying to you. That doesn't mean you get a pass. Like, I think owning up to that is sincerely important, and you probably should do a genuine apology to the person that you did this to. I think coming from my perspective as well, being a Christian person, I think you can be shown grace, because at the end of the day, we all need it. We all fall short. We all make mistakes and hurt other people, even if we don't know them. This isn't like, oh, you get a slap on the wrist, but you need to work some things out. And I think ultimately the remedy for you and for all of us isn't making tons of apologies or making it up in some way. Not saying you can't, but ultimately, in my perspective, I think a relationship with Jesus, who accepts us and embraces us, not because of us and what we do, but because of what he's done through his life, death, and resurrection, that ultimately changes us from the inside out and gives us confidence in Christ, and not the things we do or say for clout. Also, probably go to therapy too, like Tony said, because I think probably a lot of us need it. You need to work on some things, as we all do, but I think when we're in a relationship with Jesus, you find that you don't need to dump your insecurities or bully other people or treat people a certain way, because you find that as you see other humans made in God's image, they are of the same worth, value, and dignity and respect that you also deserve as well. That we should treat everyone with that, and we don't have to succumb to statements like,
Where the bad that, bro?
Man, for the cosplayer that you know was a target of this, I'm sorry on his behalf. I don't know the guy, but I know that could probably be very hurtful being in these types of settings and things, especially when it's coming from your own people sometimes. So I hope that, man, you had a great time at Dreamcon despite being in the middle of something like this. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one.